Well, good evening, everyone. It's beautiful out there now, but conditions changing a little bit as we head through the week. It's going to be warming up as we head through next week. There could be some showers and thunderstorms, I think, by the time we get to later in the week across the area. It's going to be hot and it is going to be humid by the time we get to the middle and latter parts of the week around here. So that is something we're going to watch. So what starts off very comfortable doesn't end up quite as comfortable. As it is, it's not exactly not humid out there right now. We have dew points that are in the mid to upper 60s, but compared to the rest of the Midwest, we're really not doing too bad. You know, you look at downstate Illinois, your dew points there are mid to upper 70s. And the dew point, again, as we remind you, is a measure of how comfortable the air feels, your low level moisture. And we're in the upper 60s. That's relatively humid, but considering how the rest of the region is feeling right now, it's not too bad given the time of year. We take a look at your futurecast. We head through Monday at 11 a.m. We have an easterly wind coming off the lake all the way into parts of western and northern Illinois. So it's really going to be kind of a nice day out there. Not too bad. It's not going to be too hot. Temperatures up in the 80s for highs. We get back into Tuesday morning. Winds are coming around more to the southeast. So now we're right around 70 degrees. Starting to feel as you step out the door Tuesday morning a bit more humidity, getting back into the weather picture. And then as we head through 1 p.m. now our winds are coming around from southeast to northwest. So that's a much more humid direction this time of year. And that is certainly going to start to jumpstart the heat humidity a little more, I think, as we head towards the middle of the week. But you can see as we head back into Monday, it's really not too bad. In fact, your feels like temperature pretty much matching what the air temperature is going to be in the afternoon. And as long as that is the case, that is really not a bad scenario at all. Last few hours, we've seen some rain moving down well to our south. The breezes are coming down the length of the lake and back into much of north and western Illinois. So it's really not a half bad setup for this time of year. Tonight, we'll drop down into the 60s. It's going to be kind of warm and increasingly humid, I think, as we head through Monday, but we're still not too bad. Again, your feels like temperature or heat index is matching the actual high. And anytime we do that, that's good. That means it's not too bad off as far as the humidity and the heat goes. Now, the futurecast is going to show some changes here. So initially, we have kind of a northeast wind coming off the lake, but you look gradually as we head through Monday night. Now we're kind of an east wind, and then look what happens as we head back into Tuesday. Now our winds are coming due up from the south. That's really going to drag up some heat and humidity, and there's a front that gradually gets here, I think, by the end of the week. That will kick off some showers and storms, I think, as we head through the mid to late week time frame. But just ahead of it, it's going to be hot and humid for a couple of days for sure, the way it's looking. So tonight we're down to 61 degrees. East-northeast winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just a few clouds. And then as we head through Monday, it's not a bad day. Mid-80s for the high, a bit on the humid side, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Your feels like temps are going to match the air temperature. So as we head through the next several days, Monday, Tuesday, not bad. Look at Wednesday, Thursday. Those are your two hot days of the week. Highs up in the low to mid 90s, some storm chances. Then by the end of the week, still pretty warm, upper 80s, seasonable. A scattered thunderstorm looks possible.